Hello, my beautiful Saggies. Hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome back, welcome to my channel. I'm Lisa, and this is North Star Energy Healing. This is a reading will be posted on Friday, June 19th, just before the summer solstice here in Maine, USA, where I am. The summer solstice, Sunday, June 21st, is going to be 15 hours of daylight. I hope you go out and enjoy your property, your garden, the beach, a hike, get some things done outdoors that you've been wanting to get done, or just do something that makes you happy out in the beautiful 15 hours of daylight. Just want to say this is a collective reading, not a one-to-one. And whenever you come to this reading, there will be a message for you. Dates are irrelevant. Time is irrelevant. It's just something that humans made up, right? So everything is happening everywhere all at once. So welcome in. All right, let's get right to it. Using the Magical Times Empowerment cards by Jody Bergsma, you, Saggies, have mercy. Let compassion fill your world. Offer kindness to all living things. What you give, you also receive. The most important line, what you give, you also receive. What we put out comes back to us twofold. That's in the Bible, right? What you give comes back to you twofold, doubled. Remember to be compassionate. Remember to be kind. Remember to be non-judgmental. I know as humans, sometimes we struggle with that, but it's really important, especially in the world right now with what's going on everywhere. We need to practice more kindness, right? Hate does not bring about anything except more feelings of hate. So if there's somebody that you don't like, just send them love and move on, right? Don't dwell on it. Don't stay in those feelings, okay? I don't know who needed that, but somebody did. All right, let's face the camera down and pull some tarot. Okay, my beautiful Saggies, we are using the Spirit Song Tarot today. I don't often use it because the suits are different, but it is a beautiful deck. I wanted to use some light, bright decks for this week's readings in honor of that summer solstice. I looked and looked and looked to see if there were any other decks to purchase, but then I remembered, oh, you have that Spirit Song Tarot, which is watercolor images, and it's just a beautiful, happy, uplifting deck. So I decided to use this. But the suits are different, right? Shells are cups, and you're starting out with 2 of cups and the Ace of Cups. And this is all about love, nurturing, right? Going with the flow, representing water signs there. And let's see, feathers or swords, crystals or pentacles, more cups. Saggies, what's going on? What's the other one? Oh my goodness. Acorns. I think it's acorns or wands. Okay, see, I've had this deck for a long time, but I don't often use it because I don't like to stumble over what I'm saying. But Spirit really put it on me to use this deck. I have most of my decks in front of me on a shelf above my computer. And then some decks that I don't use, excuse me, a lot, I have on a different shelf. So I had actually forgotten about that. Okay, but it's been good. Okay, let's see. Page 10. Oh my gosh. Cups, cups, cups in the first row. 10 of feathers or 10 of swords, and Page of Pentacles in the second row. And the final card is the 9 of Cups. All right, let's take these in the order in which they came. I just love the imagery on these cards. Okay, so building on mercy, right? Compassion, kindness, what you give, you also receive. You have this Two of Shells, which is a Two of Cups. Now, every tarot, the tarot has the base meanings from when it was created, but every deck has its own energy, right? And it's whoever channeled that deck, I like to honor their channeling. So the Two of Cups, twos are balance and choice, right? Shells are cups, that's flow, love, nurturing, and emotion. They have channeled the message here with these two doves is union and harmony. So it is a partnership card, but it doesn't have to be a relationship partnership. It can be a partnership in your work, your job, your business, right? So union and harmony there. And then you have the Ace of Cups. This is happiness and abundance in this deck. Now, the Ace of Cups is typically seeing something from all sides, seeing it from every direction, seeing it from every angle, looking at it from a different perspective. In this deck, it's happiness and abundance. Aces are always new beginnings, right? So you have the partnership, union and harmony, happiness and abundance right together. So Saggies, there's some situation. It could be your partner, your life partner, your husband, your wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, that's this. But it can also be a really good business partnership. Remember that. It's not going to be the same for everybody watching. And then you have the Four of Shells, Four of Cups. This is soul searching and reevaluating, okay? So where the Ace of Shells, Ace of Cups is typically looking at everything from all perspectives. This is probably why Spirit wanted me to mention that, because the Four of Cups is sometimes something you don't see. You're looking over it. So you see how there are three shells here, and over here is the one he doesn't see. This crane or whatever he is. I think it's a crane or a heron. So there's something that you need to look deeply into your soul, right? Or something you need to reevaluate, but it has to do with your emotions and the people in your life, the people that are around you, the people that you're partnered with, right? So you may have to take a look at that. Now, this is similar to the Leo reading. If you have any Leo placements, I would highly recommend that you listen to that Leo. That was a huge, powerful 4 out of 6 tarot cards, major arcana, and it's kind of similar to what's coming out here for you, Saggies. 10 of Feathers is the 10 of Swords. This is a snake. We don't often like to see snake. Well, some people love snakes, but I myself no. So this is recovery and transformation, okay? So the 10 of Swords is typically a backstabbing energy or some rift, right? Some communication issue, because swords are communication. Here, they're depicting, so 10s are completing a cycle, and that pairs down to a 1 for a brand new cycle, right? Recovery and transformation. Something needs to be changed, right? So with this 10 of Swords, something needs to be changed. Okay, so we had partnership, Ace of Cups, different perspective, 4 of Cups, shells, not seeing something for what it is or not noticing something, not being aware of it, and then you've got to recover and transform. Page of Crystals, look at that beautiful fox. This is the Page of Pentacles, ideas and discipline. Okay, so this Page of Pentacles, Page of Crystals, pages are bringers of messages, right? So listen into your gut, listen to any conversations, right, that you may have, and make sure that you are disciplined about it. So moving forward, pages want to learn more before they want to look before they leap, so to speak, okay? So typically crystals or pentacles have to do with your physical world, right? Your job, your home, your car, anything like that. So you want to pay attention, look before you leap, okay? And then you have the 9 of Shells. So 4 out of 6 of your cards have to do with emotions, Saggies, for this week coming up. Nines are accomplishment. This is a penguin here. This is gratitude and fulfillment. Some people call the Nine of Cups wishes fulfilled, wishes granted, things happening that are positive. But we have to stay in an attitude of gratitude, right? In order to reach the full fulfillment, the maximum fulfillment. We always have to have gratitude. That goes right back to this first card about compassion, kindness. What you give, you also receive. We have to be grateful. We don't have to be. If we're not grateful, we're just not going to receive more of what that is. Okay, so let's recap. Two of Shells, Two of Cups, union and harmony. Ace of Shells, Ace of Cups, happiness and abundance. Four of Shells, Four of Cups, soul searching and reevaluating. 10 of Feathers, recovery and transformation. So there's going to be something in your emotional world that you need to reevaluate, reassess, take a deeper look, take a deeper dive, really search your soul for that. Then that Page of Crystals, when you get done with that work, right, you're going to move on with your ideas, but you're going to be disciplined in that. When you take all this into account and put it into action, you receive your Nine of Shells, Nine of Cups, being in gratitude and being very fulfilled. So I'm feeling, Saggies, like whatever it is that you need to reevaluate and reassess, it's a good thing, right? Because you have the ace there, right? You have the two there. But there's something that needs maybe a little tweak, something that needs to be changed a little bit. And once you do that, and I'm getting goosebumps all over, you get to that wishes fulfilled. Okay, let's look at this whimsical deck I bought. It was not very expensive, and I was drawn to the imagery. And you have release limiting beliefs. Invisible chains are heaviest, so break them. More goosebumps. So Saggies, you may feel like you're a little bit weighed down by some emotional situation, but you need to just reassess it and release it so you can move on to the beautiful wishes fulfilled, to that beautiful Ace of Cups that's waiting for you for this week. Wow. Well, I truly hope this has helped, Saggies. This is overall a message about tuning into your own gut instincts, being out there in kindness and gratitude so that you can reap the rewards of that. Release the negativity. Peace and kindness every single day. I love you all.